So Seth Smith leading it off.
He is swinging something fierce right now with 17 hits in his last 42 at bats.
And he's done everything he can to help the guys behind him, always on base.
Hanahan called on to do the hurling now. They've decided it was time to make a change here. Taps this one foul to the right. That'll be strike two. No balls, 2 strikes now. Seth Smith will be watching to make sure he doesn't get K'd here.
He's a free swinger on the 0-2 count, so you've got to think to yourself, don't give him anything too good to hit.
And Seth Smith, he comes up empty with that swing. Strike 3, he's gone.
The pitch is too close to take, but you've got to try to make contact with it. Swings right through it, strike 3.
Now Rosario will see what he can do as he comes to the plate. We'll try it again here, just 1 for 3 thus far. Now the first pitch. Curveball just misses. 1-0. On the way. 1-0 pitch is a slider. Swung on and missed. 1-1.
Well, when in doubt, when you're undecided, swing hard, and that's what he did. But he got the slider, and he swung through it, but a big, powerful swing.
1-1 on the way. Good spot for the changeup that time. 1-2. Here it comes. Hit in the air to center field. No problem with that one. Fowler at the plate. Hitting .311, lifetime off Miami. And he starts him out. A swing and a foul off to the right side. Here's the delivery. Swung on, hit on the ground. Davis. And that'll do it, everybody. That's out number 3. This ball game over.
A tough loss here for this crowd today, but boy, do they see some kind of pitching performance from the visiting team.
Yeah, we like to recognize outstanding performances in our game, so let's do it right now with our Player of the Game award. When you take to the road, Steve, any win will do.
Here's America's pastime. It'll be the Miami Marlins as they take on the Arizona Diamondbacks at Chase Field. It's a 2K Sports presentation straight ahead.
Defense is trying to figure out how to keep him off base. Let's see if they can do it today as Justin Upton will try and deliver offensively. Chase Field is our site for this day game in the desert in downtown Phoenix. Glad you could be with us. 2K Sports Major League Baseball. Starting pitch.
On the mound right here facing this lineup that can score some runs. It's going to be critical for him to keep the ball down in the zone and pitch to his capabilities. If he does that, he should have success.
Here's the lineup for the Marlins. Scouting pick, John. Who are we looking at today?
Well, he can get lost in the shuffle of the team that he's on, but day in and day out, Ike Davis produces. A big guy, he's going to be a huge power guy once he learns the pitchers in the league.
Grimmage batting now. It's the Miami Marlins coming off a win. Good opportunity with the momentum now on their side to go 3 for 4 if they can get the win against the D-backs. Well, that's a good start. First batter, first hit. He's trying for second. He's not stopping there. He's on his way to third. And he's trying for the inside to Parker. So with nobody out, they get a runner at third. Here's a quick look at the defensive setup of the Diamondbacks. Infield, outfield factors in this one, John?
Well, Justin Upton is a factor anywhere he goes. Not for the bat, not for the glove. He's just an imposing physical specimen. Came up, got drafted in 2005 as a shortstop. They moved him to the outfield because of his size, and he's now one of the better right fielders in baseball and with one of the best arms you will ever find in Major League Baseball right now.
The Diamondbacks schedule, let's have a look. Today is the last game of this Miami series. They'll kick off a series with the division rivals, the San Diego Padres. Great series there. That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Their homestand continues with another team, the Cincinnati Reds. Home sweet home for a while here. They'll try to make the most of it. Davis again fouling it off. Davis making contact, but he'll foul that one away. Swung on, missed, curveball, struck him out, 2 down.
Well, 2 strikes, you have to try to fight off this pitch. You have to think away and adjust in. They went away, but he couldn't make contact.
And Mayberry batting. Swing and a chopper to the second baseman. Cable throws to first in time. That's 3 down. Josh Cole. Now we'll take a look at the starting pitcher for Miami. As he gets into this Arizona lineup, Steve, what do you look for strategy?
Quality right-hander on the mound against this lineup. He should be able to get the outs he needs to come away with a victory, especially if his offense gives him some run support.
And Francoeur will take it down low for a ball. The 1-0 pitch. Curveball just misses, falls behind 2-0.
The best curveballs are the ones that start in the strike zone, then fall out of the strike zone. He couldn't get him to fish for that one, though.
He looks at that fastball, called strike, 2-1.
He looked like he was ready to swing that time at the plate, Gary, but he must have been looking for a different pitch as that fastball just paints the outside corner.
Ground ball. Gerd Solanic picks it up. Retiring Francoeur. Now we'll take a look at the lineup for the D-backs. Now, John, anyone in particular we should keep an eye on?
Well, you look at guys who are just oozing with talent, and Justin Upton is at the top of that list. A compact, very powerful young man. Made the transition from being drafted as an infielder to move to right field, where he's now an all-star. Guy can do a lot of damage with the bat in his hand.
Got a chance to check out the Marlins now. Here's how they'll look defensively.
I think the key defensively is to just not get too fancy. You don't have to make the razzle-dazzle plays. Get routine outs. Just don't allow them extra base runners or extra outs in the game.
First pitch was a strike, 0-1 now. This one's grounded foul, wide of first. The pitch. And that runs too far inside, 1-2. Fastball got him, 2 down.
Okay, so it doesn't have much movement, but it did hit 99 on the gun.
2 straight fastballs. He still couldn't catch up with it.
Well, if a pitcher comes back with a fastball right after he threw one and gets the K, you know he's throwing gas out there.
On tap for the Marlins. This Arizona series ends today. They continue on another road series. The Dodgers hosting that one. It'll be a 3-game series. Then they'll have the home field advantage. They take on the Nationals, that big bat of Ryan Zimmerman. That's a team they beat pretty soundly the last time around. And Upton looks at that one for a ball to even up the count. 322 lifetime against the Marlins. Swing and a drive, deep left center. Off the wall on a hop. Upton towards third. There's the throw. And he's in there third, way ahead of the throw.
Well, the one thing you never want to do is make the last out at third base to end an inning, but he was able to get in there with that great speed just in time.
Goldschmidt at the plate. Big cut at that one, and he missed it. 1 strike.
Now, if you saw his last game, you got a chance to see that he swung the bat well in that one, picking up a couple of knocks.
Strike 2, and Paul Goldschmidt now will have to be careful as the strikeouts close.
Well, you can tell he's seeing the ball really well. Even though he swung and missed, he was right on that pitch. He gets another one there. Watch out.
So he ended that half inning with a strikeout. They pick up no runs on a hit, stranding a man at third base. No score yet in Arizona. The 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up. It's going to be Taylor. He's the leader in home runs and RBIs on the ball club. Nice, shatters his bat, a line drive. He stops at first. It'll be a single.
Oh, he's having some kind of season this year, Gary. Really the guy leading this team's offense and some kind of offensive production.
Vodker at the plate now. Well, it's keeping up with the hit trends in this one. Let's take a look at the pitches that he's thrown on the mound that have been put in play.
Well, guys, looking at his 4-seam fastball, that pitch has been hit twice already.
And that pitch is the only pitch that anybody has hit here. But, hey, we're only in the second inning, so he's going to need to be at least aware that this lineup may be keying in on something.
Oh, there he goes for a second. Can't connect with that fastball. Now it's 1-1.
He says, I'm going to go at him, but I'm going to go at him away so that I can't get hurt. He just runs.
Oh, he takes off for second. And he is out trying to take second. Grounded out last time. Two men on and 2 men out. And Wilson setting his target. Really nailed that one right through the middle of the infield. That looks like a single. And he scores from second base. Bad throw.
Excellent base running right there, getting himself into second base. Great read on his part, and love the aggressiveness.
And you've got to decide what you're going to do in those situations before you ever get to first base, and that's what he did.
And that's what he did. You know what? Aggressive, taking that turn exactly the way he needed to, never missing a beat.
It's going to be Taylor. And a moment here to see how this pitcher has been mixing up his pitches.
And what I've been noticing.
And he got good wood up the middle. And the throw's in time at first. Mercy, what a play. Well, many a memory made during a great afternoon like this. And a baseball game and a day to go with it. Francoeur into the batter's box. He's our first batter, home half of the third inning. 1 away. These are the lineups who have gone yard the most over this past month, courtesy of State Farm. Number 1, the Cardinals. The Brewers second. Third, the D-backs. Fourth spot held by the Marlins. And number 5, the Phillies rounded out.
Well, if you're afraid of loud noises and baseball traveling a long way, you better cover your ears and close your eyes, because these two teams can light up the scoreboard. Power throughout the lineups. In the last few weeks, they have been hitting home runs at a record pace.
And in this tie ball game, taking a look at the pen, we got some double-barreled action.
Well, they've got them both up out there trying to get a sense as to how they feel, how fresh they are, and then make a decision about who to bring in.
And another foul ball.
Well, that pitch right there up in the strike zone is a pitch that normally this hitter would drive. But the fact that he's in the hole 0-2, he had to take a more defensive approach, and he just fouled it off.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a breaking ball. 2 down.
Like chases the breaking ball for strike 3 right there. You got to lay off it.
Chance here with 2 down for Justin Upton. Right there in the top 5 in home runs. And here's the first one. It's 0-1 as he swings and misses with that fastball.
Just a solid offensive player day in and day out, and a guy that really can deliver for this offense.
Swing and a rocket toward short. And that one is in there. His second hit today. And that will bring up Paul Goldschmidt.
Let's take the opportunity right here to look at the month that Justin Upton's putting together in comparison to everybody else. First in home runs, first in RBIs, and you can tell he's also one of the most patient hitters in the game. You see ranked in the top 5 in walks, willing to take that base on balls, very patient at the plate.
He's the most walked player in the league. Pitch on the way. That one swung on, hit in the air deep to left field. And that's going to do it in this half inning. No runs at a base hit. They leave one man on at first. Marlins 1, Arizona 1. Bodker settling in. Steve, let's take a look at his pitching performance.
Now these ground balls coming up because his right-hander really changing speeds, moving the ball around, changing the hitter's eye level, and pounding the bottom third of the strike zone.
And the 0-1 by Callmeter. Swung and a ground ball to third. And he throws on to first for the out. Put away.
Solid fundamentals. Make the play, catch the ball first, then worry about the throw. And with that kind of arm, you never have to worry about the throw. Well, the National League has some real tough teams, guys. Here where the Miami Marlins sit right now. First in runs, third in home runs, and they also show up in the top 5 in batting average with runners in scoring position. A real tribute to their patience at the plate. It's about discipline and making the pitcher bring the ball over and then hitting in the clutch.
He's going to try and test him here. And he pulls into first base with that base hit. There's one down here.
Well, he waited for that one to get deep in the zone, and he put a good swing on it. Now with one out, let's see if they try to move him along.
And Dillon's in the box. 0 for 1 thus far. Here's the first pitch. Hit in the air. This one's going well into the stands, off to the right. Oh! And the Gertzelanek. Here we go. And he fouls another one off. Oh, and he takes off for second. And that's another foul ball. Oh! That one's drilled to short. He picks it up. Over to second for 1. And a double play. They got them both. No runs, 1 hit, and no one left on base. We're still tied here in Arizona. Paradis in the batter's box. And now let's take a look at a breakdown of how this guy has been mixing up his pitches so far in this one. What stands out, guys?
And you know what I've been noticing? Even before I was checking out his inside edge info on him, he's definitely going with that cutter more than normal.
You know, his bread and butter pitch is his two-seam fastball, John. He's got a tremendous one. I don't understand why he's not using it.
Here's the pitch. Hut shot towards the hole. And he's out at first. What an out. A tremendous diving stop here, and what a throw.
Well, look how he makes the catch on this thing and shifts his body to get in throwing position from his knees.
Hankard is the batter now. Changing the eye level of hitters is such a key component. Here we can see the breakdown of how this guy has been mixing locations.
Pretty impressive stuff, the way he's been pounding this strike zone. It's an indication of the performance we're seeing from him. You don't have success without good use of mixing locations.
You know, John, I agree. I think that he's kept hitters off balance. Every once in a while, I don't like the pitch selection, but he's executed that pitch even when it was the wrong one.
Lays off that fastball, and it's 0-2.
Well, the hitter's dug himself a pretty deep hole right here. Let's see if he can battle himself out of it.
Here's a fly ball to straightaway left. Out number 2. These teams have been hard to hit against. State Farm brings you the leaderboard for batting average against. Number 1, the Cubs. 2nd, the Dodgers. Marlins 3rd. The D-backs 4th. And in that 5 spot, it's the Giants.
Well, any one of these teams can string hits together. That's probably the team that's going to win this game. You're talking about 2 pitching staffs that just don't let a lot of guys get hits. That's why you don't get a lot of good swings off of them. So if you're going to win this game, execute, string 2 or 3 hits together, you have a chance to win.
Here's the first pitch. Catcher gets a hold of that one in the dirt. Fastball just misses, and he falls behind 2-0. Now, one of the keys to a successful day on the mound, can you generate strikes going outside the strike zone? Here's a look at what we've seen today.
Well, one of the best ways to see if a pitcher's fooling the hitters, strikes out of the strike zone, and look what he's doing here.
Well, that's the key, Steve. Anytime you can get guys swinging the balls out of the zone, you know you're going to have success. He's been doing that today.
Swing and a miss on the curve, and he's at 2.
He likes to swing 2-2. He gets that defensive 2-strike approach. He's going to try to put it in play. Let's see if he can make a pitcher's pitch.
Fastball swung on and missed. Side retired. No hits, nobody left on, and a good defensive half inning. Tie game here in Arizona. And for those of you catching up with us, hi, I'm Gary Thorne along with John Kruk and Steve Phillips, bringing you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. And we've got D'Antona batting. Grounded out his last time up. Swing and a miss, and a nice pitch from Kallmender. Let's take a look at what he's doing on these first pitch to hitters.
Well, this is what he wanted to do right here. He's retired 10 batters in this game, and he's done it when he's gone 0-1 in the count. I mean, it's efficient and it's productive.
And the 0-1 by Kallmender. There's a ball hit very high in the air, deep to left field, and it's gone. Miami takes the lead. Perfect time for a 2-run homer. That's what they wanted to get the advantage. And they're behind in this ball game, and by the looks of things, they got a starter out there who's tiring.
There's no question about it. I think they have to strongly consider making a move here as we see him before our eyes running out of gas. Big inning for the Marlins right here. They needed this. They got it, and now they're going to see if they can't tack on some more runs.
First pitch on the way. A swing and a fly ball to left center field. And that's out number 3. They pick up a couple to break the tie. It's going to be Wilson now. And taking a look here, the pitch types that he's thrown today that have yielded hits.
Well, guys, his 12-6 curveball. It's been hit 2 times so far in this one.
You know, with a few runs he's given up, I'm not sure that a pair of hits is really a big concern for him. He's come out of the gate strong and has definitely been in control when he's gone at the hitters.
He delivers. He sends this one in the air towards center. One down.
Taking a look at the National League last year, let's see where the Diamondbacks ended up ranking. First in stolen bases, 9th in home runs. And you see the triples numbers are down for them. Just not having the ability to drive the ball into the gaps and not having that aggressiveness on the bases or really utilizing their speed.
And Colemeter is in the box. Ground out victim last time through. And he starts him out. And he swings and hits this one foul. Swing and a miss, and he's behind on the count 0-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball, second out in the inning.
Well, K-Cam's going to show us the 4-seam fastball here. The pitch is too close to take, but you've got to try to make contact with it. Swings right through it, strike 3.
Francoeur into the batter's box. What's he doing to start these hitters out? Let's take a look at how he's beginning.
You throw strike 1, you get out. You tell pitchers that, but now they get a chance to see it. He's retired 9 batters after going 0-1 in the count on it.
Now the first pitch. Watches that fastball. That goes by him for a strike. Here's the pitch. Nice reflexes there to keep that one under control. That one was in the dirt. That one fouled off by Francoeur. The 1-2 pitch. And he watches that one travel down, 2-2.
Well, this guy's really eating up some innings for this team. He's over the 60 pitch mark right now. And I tell you what, that's a lot of pitches for a middle relief pitcher.
And he looks at a fastball that's in there, side retired. Nobody left on base. No runs or hits here in this half inning. The Marlins still out in front. 5, 6, 7 hitters to get things started. First one to Taylor. Here's the delivery. This one is popped up to the left side out of play. And he fouls off another one. He's going to lead off bottom half of the 6th inning. And Jeff Neiman is the pitcher. He's brought in to take over for the Marlins. And what is this Arizona lineup going to see from him today?
But 6'9" for Jeff Neiman, you think it would just be to dunk on them. But instead, he's got to use the angles that big body creates for him to be able to get a downward play.
Hit in the air to center field. In there, and this is going to be trouble. He's going to try to stretch it. He's still going. And he'll stop at third. That's a 3-bagger.
Well, anytime you're sitting on the bench, it's hard to tell what a pitcher's really throwing unless you're getting in that batter's box. You come off the bench very cold like he was.
A swing line to left center. That's down. Runner could come home.
We're talking about a guy who's swinging a pretty hot bat right now. His 3rd hit of this ball game, and it comes with nobody out in the inning.
Goldschmidt. The plate. You get a feeling watching them. They're feeling comeback fever, Steve, going on here. And out on the mound, we'll see Josh Lindblom. He's brought in to take over for the Marlins.
I'm sure they didn't set out thinking, hey, let's pitch all our bullpen guys this early in the game. What do you think, Gary? I don't know. They need this guy to hold down the fort and see if he can't give them some innings.
Here's the pitch. 1-1 pitch, a curve, taken for a strike, 1-2. You're out. Strike 3 as Paul Goldschmidt goes down without a swing on that pitch.
You talk about a guy who had full command of his pitches, only 4 of them, but he located and executed them perfectly.
And as a result, this game stays close late.
Yeah, and you got to battle a little better than that. You just can't let a pitcher go in there and get 4 quick pitches and get a big strikeout. You got to battle better than that.
There it is in the batter's box. 0 for 2 thus far. Watches a curve in there for strike 1. That second pitch cuts on a fastball, misses, and it's 0-2.
All the pressure on the hitter right now. He knows that he has to protect the plate in order not to strike out.
Swung on, missed, curveball, struck him out, 2 down.
Like chases the breaking ball for strike 3 right there. You got to lay off it.
Hankered in the batter's box. He's often walked, top 5 in the league.
Gary, they're going to have to give him the green light at first base. He has good speed. They're down by a run. He's got to get in scoring position.
Set bat underway, 1-0 after that first pitch missed.
Love his patience at the plate. One of the best in the game at doing it. Work the pitcher. He seems to never chase the ball off the plate.
Swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Well, that's a pretty good pitch right there. He got that slider in the strike zone. He got the hitter out in front to swing early.
Oh, man, there's the big bender. Struck him outside, retired. So they score once on 2 hits, 1 man left. The Diamondbacks cut into the lead. And Dillon's in the box. He hit into a double play as last time. Well, nobody out. Runner on at second here. How about a bunt, Steve.
And you have to think they're going to bunt the ball to the third baseman, make him give up the bag so you can advance the runner.
Carlos will be the pinch hitter.
Now being brought in now to hit for the pitcher.
There's a swing and a liner towards first. That one headed into the corner. Going to try for at least a double. It rolls all the way to the wall. The run scores. And apparently it's time. Obviously a little struggling going on the mound. You look in the pen, they've got 2 up.
Well, let's hope it's not too late. I mean, this guy's out there. He's really scuffling right now. They've got to make the change.
Well, what an at-bat right there. You know, you're talking about a guy coming off the bench cold. It's one of the toughest things to do in all of baseball. He made it look easy.
Grimmage is up now. Just one player picking up after. Swinging a softly hit grounder to first. And he gets in there, no contest. Your team leaders for batting average with runners in scoring position, brought to you by State Farm. The Cardinals, number 1. The Cubs in second. Astros third. 4th spot, help with the Marlins. And it's the Brewers' 5th best.
They have a quality approach right here with runners in scoring position. Really
hit in the air to left center. This one to Francoeur. And he meanders over to. Here comes the runner for the plate. The run scores. Davis into the batter's box. And they've not had to struggle here at the plate in this game. They just keep building on this lead.
offense coming to life late here, tacking on additional insurance runs, taking the pressure off the pitcher.
Strike started off the at-bat 0-1. Oh, he's trying to steal second. Davis making contact, but he'll foul that one away. There he goes for second. Swings, lines this one back up the middle. And in there for a base hit. He's 3 for 4 today.
Well, a guy that just continues to swing the bat well in this ball game. 3 hits right now so far, and it comes with 1 out in the inning. Can it start a rally?
And Mayberry batting. We'll try it again here. Hit up the middle. That'll be a base hit at an RBI. Miami, they are happy to just carry this momentum.
As much as you want to blame the pitching, we're now talking about more than one pitcher giving up all of these hits. Right now, you have to credit the offense. These guys are really swinging the bat.
It's going to be Taylor. And the offense here is putting on the show. Right now, they're in charge of this ball game.
Well, they're taking advantage of add-on time, and the opportunities are there. They're cashing in, adding on to this lead.
You hope the pitcher's a little frustrated right here. Maybe makes a mistake in a bad pitch, and you add to it. Spotted by Wilson. And this is bounced foul to the left side.
Well, you know, Gary, you're right. I mean, when a pitcher's in a jam like that, you have to take advantage of it. You get him a little bit flustered. He makes a mistake, capitalize on it. Let's see how flustered he is. We got a second now to see the 4-seam fastball in K-Camp.
We're coming up on the home stretch now. Let's see how the West is faring. Here are the State Farm standings. Dodgers first place. It's the Giants in second. Rockies in the third spot. It's the Padres in fourth. And rounding out the list, the D-backs. 2 down. Runners at first and second. The first pitch. It's fouled away. Oh! Michael Morris will come to the dish. He's going to come on as a pinch hitter.
With 2 runners on base and a chance for a big inning, they're going to the pinch hitter, trying to see if they can't generate some offense this inning.
Towards center field. Upton to field this one. That'll do it as they put that one away. A strike for 5 base hits in this inning and 3 runs up. Marlins on top by 4. And if you just joined us, our broadcast of Major League Baseball on 2K Sports with John Kruk and Steve Phillips. I'm Gary Thorne. Cable gets a shot here. He's going to get things going here. Home half, 7th inning. And Nick Hagedorn is the pitcher. Ground ball to Davis. And he gets it through. That's his second hit in the ballgame.
Well, anytime you bring in a relief pitcher to come in a key situation, the last thing you want to do is for him to serve one up to the first hitter. That's exactly what he did, giving up that big base hit.
It swung on line to right center field, and that's going to be a base hit for Wilson. Good opportunity here for Arizona. Just kind of lean in, Steve, and slap that thing the other way. That kind of pitch.
Well, you can't pull that pitch. If you do, it's going to be a ground ball to short. You want to punch it to right field. He's one of the best at doing it.
Hanahan coming in to hurl as the Marlins bring in their reliever. Slider just misses 1-0. Gets him to swing under that one, even at 1. And here's a swing and a miss. He couldn't get that one. 1-2. Pitch on the way. Lined up the middle. And there's one. And he's going to hang on to it. No relay. So they will not get the double play. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night. It'll be Steven Strasburg and the Miami Marlins. They find themselves at Dodger Stadium to take on the Dodgers. We hope you'll be there. Things get underway at 10 Eastern.
Oh, Gary, that should be a fun one to watch for sure.
0-1 count as that started off with a strike. Spins, checks him at second, and he dives back safely. The pitch. That one fouled off by Francoeur. Changeup swung on and missed. That'll be out number 2. That 3-pitch strikeout coming with a runner in scoring position.
And he wasn't even distracted by that runner. His focus was on the hitter and on the plate, and he got it done.
Gillespie has a turn in the one. Two men on and 2 men out. And it goes foul. Ground ball to short. Mayberry. Too late, and he is safe at second. And he throws it away. The opportunity for offense is right now. Justin will get the RBI chance. And he represents the tying run now at the plate.
Well, that's right. One swing of the bat can tie this thing up. He's got to get a pitch to hit.
First pitch he let go by, and it was a ball, 1-0.
Well, a lot of guys would swing at that pitch right there, that changeup down in the strike zone, but the hitter luckily stayed off that one.
That ball is belted deep to left center field. Ball is on its way. Goodbye. He's done it. A big grand slam. They were just about out of this game, trailing by 4. Empty the bases. A grand slam to tie it.
A difficult inning right here, continuing for Miami, allowing a lot of runs to cross.
Goldschmidt gets set, and here's the first pitch. Oh, and that one runs in and gets it.
Well, sometimes the fastball just gets on you and you can't get out of the way. No matter how ready you are for the pitch, he couldn't get out of the way there.
Paradis in the batter's box.
Gary, the go-ahead run now on first base by virtue of getting beamed by that pitch we just saw.
And we're going to get to see Eduardo Sanchez pitching as the Marlins bring in their reliever.
Well, good pitcher. You can't be completely surprised when the manager decides to pull you out of the game after hitting a batter, especially if he's done it more than once in a game. You have to at least expect some sort of response.
Pops him up and way up there. And it's going to be Grudzielanek. That'll do it as they put that one away. They come up with 4 runs, and it's going to be Gritzelanic. He's going to lead off here as we go to the 8th. And we'll get to see Brian Shaw pitch. On the ground to third, Paredes. That's 1 down. State Farm brings you the teams leading the way offensively over the last 10 games. The Cubs, number 1. The Astros in second. Third spot, the Brewers. The Dodgers 4th. And we've got the Marlins right. Key moment in one of the games. It's best here in the last inning. A chance to be the go-ahead run. Here's a swing and a liner to left center. And that is in there, the go-ahead run on base.
Well, they just can't figure out a way to get this guy out. That's now 4 hits for him in this game.
McGilberry now digging a hole as he comes to the plate. Well, he digs in here, Steve. A golden opportunity to be the hero.
And with nobody.
A line drive toward short. There's 1. And they can't get it to Goldschmidt in time. They'll not get 2.
Well, they get the lead runner at second, but they just couldn't turn 2. You know they wanted to.
Davis into the batter. There's a swing and a high drive down the left field line. And out of here, a home run, 2 runs, 1 swing. Perfect time for a 2-run homer. That's what they wanted to get the advantage. Losing right now in this ball game, and they may need some help out of the pen. Fresh arm is up.
Well, we see some real signs of fatigue out of this pitcher right now. The velocity's dropped. Pitches are flattening out. They need to get somebody in there. Big inning for the Marlins right here. They needed this. They got it. And now they're going to see if they can't tack on some more runs.
This one's hit pretty well to right, but it's going to be out of play. Now this lead's starting to look a whole lot better when the other teams only get 3 outs to work. Line fair down the line and right. It's a fair ball headed into the corner for extra bases.
Well, anytime you're a hitter, you can get 3 hits in a game. You're going to see that average start creeping up to where you want it to be. And he's on now with 1 out.
It's going to be Taylor. And at this point in the ball game, you'd love to add some more runs on that board.
Now,
drilled towards third. They take care of that one.
As a third baseman, you have to be on the balls of your feet and react as the ball crosses the plate because it gets on you quickly. He has some kind of reactions down there.
And Morse is batting. And it's through into the gap. Should be extra bases. This one rolls through to the wall. That run is in. Morse is trying for third. Tries to get back. Out. Close play at second. So they break through with 3 runs and open up a 3. Francoeur into the batter's box. Struck out swinging last time. That one fouled off by Francoeur. Good power curve there. He's ahead 0-2.
Well, I think right now they're looking to get a couple guys on and see if they can't get somebody to hit one out of the ballpark right here. So base runner's the key.
Here's a swing and a ground ball. And he'll step on the bag. That'll be the first out.
Well, offensively right now, you're running out of time, down your final 2 outs. And it's all about getting people on base and then let somebody run into an extra base hit. 1 run at a time, 1 base runner at a time, but start to believe you can do it.
Gillespie up at the plate. He singled and later scored in his last time up. Fouled off. Foul ball! Line towards first. And it's through. That's a base hit.
0-1 mistake right here. He throws it over the heart of the plate, and he pays for it.
Here's Justin Upton. Well, he's seeing the ball well today. Now needs that 2-bagger for the cycle.
Well, he's been driving the ball well. Look for him to get a ball up in the zone that he can drive.
fastball. Look out. That one is right at his head.
To be a successful major league pitcher, you cannot be afraid to pitch inside. That's a good example of it right there. Look out.
That last one just got away from him. Now that unwanted base runner.
That fastball just gets away from him. Oh, that hurts. Ouch.
Now opportunity. Here is Paul Goldschmidt. Here's a spin and a throw back to second. They try and keep him close. That will do it. He just barely got back there.
Not a lot of speed out at second base, Gary, so I don't suspect the stolen base is in order here. He needs to get a good secondary lead, though, so he can score on a base hit.
And the first pitch was a strike. Got him at 0-1 right now.
Now's the time he goes to the slider. This guy struggles in this situation. It's a good pitch for him.
Strike two, and Paul Goldschmidt now will have to be careful as the strikeout's close.
That two-seam fastball away is just screaming to be hit on the ground as the hitter opens up. Awfully tough to hit with that kind of movement.
Sanchez gets set and up the middle. Ooh, look out, off the pitcher. That's one. Over to first, he is safe. Almost a double play, not quite enough time. But a quick recovery that time gets the out. Paradis in the batter's box. He popped out his last time.
Well, with runners in first and third, it'd be nice to have some speed at first base to maybe get them going to take away the force out. But they don't have that luxury right now.
Runners at first and third with two away. And starts him out here. This one swung on, hit down the line and right. That's down. Runner could come home. Goldschmidt towards third. Take the risk, and sometimes it pays off, and it does there.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a risk. There's no question about it. He got in safely, but I have to consider whether it's a risk worth taking.
Anchored at the plate. Is it hit on the ground? This could be the end. And on to first for out number 3, and that's going to do it.
A lot of fun to call this game. Enjoyable play on the field. The Marlins pulling out a win in a very good ball game.
And it's time to present the Player of the Game award.
Well, it just seems funny that every time you need a big hit, it seems like the middle of the lineup happens to be up. And that's what happened in this game today. The third hitter came up with that big hit to help his team to the victory.
And Steve, they're able to put this one away in the record books. This is a good victory.
Hey, anytime you can go on the road and beat another major league team,
And Matt Kemp will get us going here. And Steve, let's take a look at how the pitcher's done.
I'll tell you what, he is getting it done out there, and he's getting it done with the strikeouts. 7 strikeouts so far.
Here we go. Here's the first pitch. Fastball in there, 0-1.
Well, this offense. just not able to mount anything today. The pitching has just shut them down, kept them off balance all day long, and not many quality at-bats here in this one. Only one hit.
Time's going to be called here. They want to go out and talk things over on the hill.
He's been great so far, Gary, but they just want to use this mound to just go out there, keep him under control, let him take a deep breath.
And a good eye there by Matt Kemp. Stays away from it. It's even.
Just an absolutely dominating performance from Nice today.
We have seen a great pitching performance on the mound and a tremendous use of that strike zone that's been on display here.
You know, we've seen him move the ball around effectively in the strike zone. That unpredictability is keeping the hitters off balance.
And no doubt, Steve, he's got inside, outside, high and low. This is the kind of game he wanted to come and pitch today.
And now Kemp has the 3-1 hitters count.
Well, you've got to be careful right here. Look, you're down in the count 3-1. You just can't throw something in there and hope he gets himself out. This guy's too dangerous for that.
Cutter is swung on and missed. 3-2.
Well, you can tell he only had one thing on his mind with the swing like that. He's trying to go long ball, came up empty.
Here's a swing and a ground ball. Brutzelanic. One away.
Well, he's pitching with a lot of confidence out there right now and been very efficient with his stuff. A hard guy to beat when he's locked in, and he's clearly locked into that.
And Sellers, he'll come to the plate. And moment here to see how this pitcher has been mixing up his pitches.
And what I've been noticing, guys, it seems like to me he's overusing his four-seamer.
You know, I'm wondering also, why hasn't he been using that 12-6 curveball more often? He's got great bite on that pitch, and it has tremendous movement, and it's a strikeout.
Back up the middle. And makes its way through. The tying run will come to bat. State Farm with a look at the teams with the longest rap sheets. Talking about stolen base leaders. The D-backs, number 1. The Dodgers in second. The Phillies third. Fourth, the Braves. And we've got the Marlins ranked 5th.
Well, don't be surprised if after this game a gold medal is not awarded to one of these teams. You're talking about 2 of the teams with the fastest base runners in baseball. They steal bases at an unbelievable rate. So if you decide you're going to put a guy on base, you better be prepared for him to steal second base. The infielders are going to have to tighten up. You're going to open up all kind of holes.
Here's a swing and a ground ball. The second for 1. And they get 2. Great double play. And a frustrated lineup indeed. That's now 7 shutout innings. The Dodgers unable to get on the board. Win. They got the momentum here after dropping game 1. There's a soaring high drive deep to left field, way back there. And home run, Miami. The production continues. The 2-run lead is turned into a 3-run ball game after that solo shot and a great swing.
Continues to go well here for the Marlins. Good hitting.
Now the first pitch. Foul. He fouls that one off. This game is not a done deal yet, but boy, when you get those kind of hits this late in a ball game, you're on your way probably. Here's a fly ball to straightaway left. Play is made. And we're coming up on September. State Farm presents a look at the West. First place, the Dodgers. It's the Giants in second. It's the Rockies in third. It's the Padres in fourth. And rounding out the list, the D-backs. Davis is the batter. Base hit his last time. Well, working on the 0-1 count now.
Well, that's some kind of fastball down in the zone right there. The hitter has to be ready for it or he's got no chance to hit it.
You're out. 2 away. It's got to be Gritsolanic. Bounced into a fielder's choices last time. Here's the first pitch. This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. Bradley's there. And the side's retired as they head into the dugout. So they Morgan at the plate. He's going to lead off the home half of the 8th. Smashes that one towards the shortstop. And Gritsolanic makes the play. James Loney now will dig in. There's 1 away. Plays off that one outside, 1-0.
They went with the big curveball off the plate, trying to get him to reach for it, but he lays off.
Swing and a miss. Loney, no contact. That'll even it up.
Well, you have to be ready for something hard, and this guy wasn't anticipating it. That's why he was late on that 2-seam fastball.
Loney, foul ball. There's a swing and a line drive. And that gets down. Loney, a base hit. Here's what's next for the Marlins. Tonight is the last game of the Los Angeles series. They'll get on the road tomorrow. A division rivalry. They'll face the Nationals. That's a team they beat pretty soundly the last time around. It'll be a 2-game home series. Then they get to face their NL East brethren, the New York Mets. Nothing easy coming up. Oh, that one is going to miss. Low for a ball, 1-1. Comes set, now the 1-1. Good looking fastball. Called the ball though, 2-1. Swung on, bounced weakly to second. He grabs it off the hop. In time to the out.
You want to make sure you at least get an out in this situation, but the runner is able to advance. It's now in the scoring position. Well, I can't blame them for bringing in the pinch hitter right now for the pitcher. They've got to do something to get this offense going and try to get back into the game.
And Nick Hagedorn is the pitcher as the Marlins bring in their reliever. Oh, and he lays off the fastball. Good pitch, 1-1. The 1-1 now. He watches that one sail high, ball 2. The pitch. Didn't miss by much, but it's 3-1. Good pitch at the knees, battles back to work at full.
He has great bite on this slider, throwing it down and into the hitter, gets away with one, and he gets in for the strike.
Oh, man, there's the big bender. Struck him outside, retired. They're held in check yet again, scoreless through 8 innings. The Marlins still lead. It's Amos at the plate. He was a strikeout victim last time through the lineup. And we'll get to see Ruby De La Rosa pitching. He's been chosen to take over out there. Swings and hits this one deep down the line and left. Bradley's there as he drops back and puts it away. One down. Here's Kurt Suzuki. Trying again here. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Not looking last time. The first pitch hit in the air to left center. That one's grabbed. Side retired. They pick up no runs on a hit, and they leave 2 on. Marlins 3, The Dodgers nothing. Robertson at the plate. He's going to be the first. Bat, home half of the ninth. D'Antona will come in and pitch. He'll try to close this one out for Miami. And here's the first one. And it's fouled away. Here's the delivery. That's upstairs for a ball, 1-1.
Well, that pitch right there just seemed to get away from the pitcher, took off on him. Looked like he tried to overthrow that a little bit.
Can't connect on that curve. Falls behind, 1-2.
Well, that's a great location, down in the strike zone with that curveball. And like right there, he got a swing and miss. But even if they make contact, you're going to get a grounder somewhere to your infield.
Fastball just about had him, and it's a 2-2 count. He delivers. Swing and a miss on the breaker, 1 down.
Well, this is where you want to go with 2 strikes on the hitter. You want to go down out of the zone. He swings through it, couldn't make contact with that one.
And Bradley settles in. Trying again here, just 1 for 3 thus far. First pitch on the way. First pitch, a breaking ball low, 1-0. There's a hard comebacker right through the center. Throws in time to first. What a play. Diving stop and a nice throw, too.
I showed great range on that one. I didn't think he had any chance to get it, but able to get it and get on his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Tremendous job.
So a chance here from Matt Kemp with 2 down. Numbers over his career, 255 off the Marlins. That's inside for a ball, 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch. And that's a curve. Called for a strike. Counted even at 1.
Well, he just fooled the hitter right here. He was thinking hard. He got soft, and with great break on that curveball, he couldn't touch it.
Cuts on that fastball. Can't make contact, 1-2.
Fans are on their feet right now. They know 2 strikes on the hitter. They need to keep this thing going.
Curveball, that's in the dirt for a ball. Here's the delivery. He swings and nails a liner, and that's going to be a base hit for Kemp.
Well, he handles that fastball on the inside corner very well. He clears his hands, rotates his hips, and gets himself a base hit to left.
And Sellers, he'll come to the plate. 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Here it comes. That fastball gets by him on the first pitch, 0-1.
Well, as a hitter, when a guy has a good fastball, you think you have to swing a lot harder to try to catch up with it. You really don't, but he did right there, and that's why he blew it past him.
Curveball just off the black, and it's 2-1.
A good break on the curveball right there, but he just didn't offer at it.
Good pitch off the plate that time, evens it at 2.
Fans are on their feet right now. They know 2 strikes on the hitter. They need to keep this thing going.
Swung on and missed, and this game's history.
Fans going home unhappy in this one. Their offense just did not get it done as the opposing pitching just shut them down. Wow.
All right, here we go. It's that time. We're going to take a look now at our player of the game.
When a lot of guys hit meaningless home runs that don't decide the game, have nothing to do with the outcome of the game, but not in this one. He had only that one hit, but that home run sealed the deal for his team. You can't find a more appropriate reason to be named the player of the game.
Real good ball game. Great battle here, and the pitching, the better part of it, came away with a win.
And before the game, you probably would have thought 3 runs might not be enough to win this game.
It's Amos at the plate. Singled and scored his last time around. And Mayberry batting. He'll grab a bat and hit here.
They're going to go to the pinch hitter in this situation, trying to get that big hit to bring this runner home.
Towards center field. Now it's 2 away. Good Solanic around third, headed for the plate. And he comes in to score, and they have snatched that lead. And Dillon's in the box. Steve, I think from a manager's perspective, he's got to be all smiles over there for this offense. He's producing at this point of the game.
Well, they were given an opening, and they took it. And now they have a lead late in the game.
This one's to Hart. That'll do it as they put that one away. They pick up a run on one. It's Damon at the plate. It was a win last time out for the Brewers. Now find themselves on top 2-1. With a chance to take the series 3 out of 4 against the Marlins. And the 8th inning starts with a strike. Boy, they were in some jams in that game, but they were able to hang on, come away with a W.
Now, the bottom line is, when you look at the scoreboard, they won by 2. That's plenty.
Here's a called strike 3 on that slurve for the first out.
A good sequence of pitches right there, using location and selection to get the strikeout.
Corey Hart's at the plate. Had a base hit his last time up. Called strike on the outside corner, 0-1.
One out right here in the 8th inning. Obviously a critical time of the game right now as we're getting short. Offensively, they need extra bases. They need a double. Get in scoring position. Get a triple here. Get yourself in a position where maybe a productive out scores a run.
Good slurve that time, but it's called a ball, 1-2.
Trying to throw it in on the hitter's hands right here. Trying to get him to flinch and open up. He just laid off the pitch, didn't get the strike.
Hart fouls off another.
Well, what you're looking for when you're behind in the count is you hope the pitcher makes a mistake. In this case, though, he didn't. He made a great pitch down in the strike zone. Give the hitter credit. He gets up on that bat a little bit, choking up, and keeps it in play to keep the at-bat alive.
He's fooling the hitters all day long, Gary. That's his 5th strikeout on the big curveball.
And we've got LaCroix now coming to the plate. Got looking last time. D'Antona will be the new pitcher as the Marlins bring in their reliever.
Well, going to the bullpen right here. That's his chess move. Let's see if it's checkmate.
He waited on that first pitch and took it. It's 1-0.
Okay, there's one out here remaining in the 8th inning. You've got to try to do something offensively. And I think that with 2 outs, even if you hit a single, you've got to think double out of the batter spots. Force them to make a play. Get yourself in scoring position.
The 2-0 pitch, a fastball taken for a strike. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Good curve, but he doesn't bite at it. Now 3-1.
A big break on this curveball. He starts it in the strike zone, but it falls right out of the zone. Good eye by the hitter not to chase it.
3-1 is a changeup that fools him. 3-2. Full count pitch. Lost him. Ball 4. Potential tying run is on.
Well, the hardest thing to do when you have an at-bat that lasts this long is sometimes you have a tendency to be impatient and chase one. Give the hitter a lot of credit. It was a close pitch, but he laid off of it to earn that walk.
Fung gets a turn here. No hits yet, but he'll get another chance right here. Last time up, flew out. Now the first pitch. And he lays off that one up and in, ball 1.
Well, the job of the pitcher is to make the hitter as uncomfortable as he can. You throw a 4-seam fastball up and in around someone's chest, it'll make you uncomfortable.
Another check on the runner. Has to dive, but he's back in there in time. Oh, there's Bradley stealing. And he's in there at second base.
Oh, he had a great jump right there. Great acceleration. They couldn't get him with the throw.
That's a great secondary lead that allowed him to get in easily. Just off the inside part of the plate. 2-1. 2-1 pitch. 2-1 pitch, a bullet taken for a called strike 2.
Well, they're a strike away right now from getting out of this jam and holding on to the lead.
Tough pitch to lay off that time. Full count, 3-2.
Trying to get the ground ball out. You throw that 2-seam fastball away from the hitter, trying to get him to reach and roll over it. He laid off of it here.
And this one misses, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base.
Well, not hard to understand this one, Gary. You're going to bring in the pinch hitter for the pitcher. Hopefully a guy who can come up with a big hit. But a free pass to put the go-ahead run on first base, that's a mistake no matter what inning it is.
He swings, hits a ball to right field. And that's going to do it in this half inning. So they can't push any across here in this half of the inning. The Marlins still lead. For those of you just coming on board, Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk. Bringing you Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. And we've got D'Antona batting. He's going to lead off the home half of the eighth. Dumont coming in to hurl as they make the pitching swap. Line drive. That's foul towards first. Here it comes. Hit up the middle. Let's look at the Central Division standings courtesy of State Farm. We begin the final stretch. First place, the Cubs. Cardinals in the second spot. Astros in third place. The Brewers fourth place. The Pirates fifth. Down in last place. Oh, he's running, taking off for second. Line drive left of the bag and foul. Here's the pitch. Boy, that one is stung up the middle. There's one. And a double play. They got them both. Grimmage is up now. 2 for 3 thus far. And the first pitch. This one swung on, hit down the line and right. This one's to Hart. That'll do it as they put that one away. No runs, 1 hit, and no one left on base. And coming up, we'll see the Brewers. Top of the lineup coming up. Schaefer into the batter's box. Ground out victim last time through. And we've got Mason Coben out on the mound. He'll try to close this one out for Miami. Couldn't get around in time, 0-1.
Well, I tell you what, for two-seam fastball, he had some good movement and good pop on that one. Batter swung late.
A swing and a foul off to the right side. Line towards second. Play is made.
Offensively right now, you've got to force the issue. You're running out of time. You've got 2 outs left in this game, Gary. And I think that from the managerial perspective, he's got to think about putting runners in motion if he gets them on to try to make something happen.
And in the batter's box, it's Green. Well, he's seeing the ball well today. Now needs that 2-bagger for the cycle.
Well, he's been driving the ball well. Look for him to get a ball up in the zone that he can drive.
Plays off that one, just off the black, and it's 2-1. Takes a swing at that fastball, but doesn't make contact, and it goes even at 2.
Well, that's what you like to see. Power going against power. That two-seamer with great movement, and the batter swinging for the fences. The pitcher won this battle.
And he swings and hits this one foul. Swung on, a fly ball heading towards the corner and right. 2 men have been put away.
Now we're counting down right here. They've got 1 out left in this game. And I think offensively, you're hoping for that long ball, but you'll take anything. Give a base runner. Get somebody on. The big guy, Ryan Braun, coming to the plate. What a showdown we have here, Gary.
What he's trying to do at the plate here in the last inning is get this ball game tied up.
Gary, the key is to not let him get on base. Clearly, he doesn't want to give up a home run, but he wants to keep him off base and keep the tying run from coming to the plate.
Fouled off. Slurve that time misses, and it's 2-1.
When you throw a breaking ball like this, you want to start it on the corner and break it off the zone, trying to get the hitter to chase. The hitter didn't take the bait here.
And that one is a fly ball. This could do it. And you just saw it, folks. That's going to be the last play of this game.
A lot of fun to call this game. Enjoyable play on the field. The Marlins pulling out a win in a very good ball game.
Now a chance for a little recognition here. Let's take a look at our player of the game.
It's so important that anytime you can get one relief pitcher to give you 3 or 4 solid innings of relief, that's what you need to win. That's what you need to win pennant. That's exactly what they needed, and that's why he's our player of the game.
And Steve, that ought to send these folks home happy.
Oh, no question about it. They get the win in a close game, a lot of excitement and enthusiasm, and ready for the next one.
Thanks for being with us today. We hope you've enjoyed.